Alright guys, welcome back to another Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing what's going to be happening in between here and the current JP content, and discussing whether or not some of those banners are worth summoning on, whether or not we're going to be getting some of the same gifts in between then and now. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Right here is where we're at. We're back on December 20th of 2024 is where we're caught up right now on the global side with JP. JP got this back in fucking December. So we're sitting pretty at about 5-6 months behind the JP schedule. And, you know, they've been pushing banners out on us. It almost seems like they've been trying to get us caught up with the JP side. I mean, for our half anniversary, where is their first anniversary? So, I mean, are we expecting the 1.5 anniversary to be here for our first anniversary, or are we going to expect that even sooner? Honestly, this is the questions I need to be asking ourselves. When we summon on Sukuna and we summon and we save, because spoiler alert, I'm just going to tell you right now, you should summon on Sukuna, and you should be saving directly after for this hidden inventory Honored One Gojo. Like, there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. This is what you should be doing. If you're a free-to-play player, this is what you should be doing. Even if you're a mild pay-to-play player, you're in your best interest to just be skipping most of the content, or not content, most of the banners in favor for the heavy hitters. So let's go ahead and move on from December into January of this year. They got a New Year's gift of 3,000 cubes and a login bonus, which is, that's very nice. That's awesome. But we're not in New Year's. We're in the middle of fucking May, about to be June. There's no way we're getting these 3,000 cubes. It's unfortunate. It's how it is. I don't even think we got this. On the global side, I don't even know, but I wasn't playing all that much at the time, but we won't be getting this. They had a New Year's gacha. They had this recollection. I don't think we get these on the global side, so we're just going to skip that and go right into, I guess this is a banner. Yeah, it's a pickup gacha, in case you're missing any of these characters, which in my case, is that blue Inumaki? If that's blue Inumaki, I'm missing. I'm missing every character on this banner. But you know what I'm doing? I'm skipping him. There's no point. Formidable Jogo returns for the 5 trillionth time. But this, January 21st, 2025, so roughly a month after Sukuna drops, I believe, we get a new hidden potential system. Now, if you ever played Dokkan Battle, it's kind of like that. Every single character gets one of these, like, potential awakening trees that you can use to max out their character stats and everything, but only a few characters get something called an SP buff. If you ever played Dokkan Battle, it's like an Extreme Z Awakening, or it's like it to further enhance the character even more than normal. Very, very, very useful. You get tons of characters, like I believe this Maki, I rated her really low on the tier list. I think she's not that bad. Yuji is actually like an S plus or S tier damage dealer. Nobaro's pretty good. I can't speak for all of these. I know Megami's pretty solid. All these ones on the bottom, I don't know too much about their SP buffs, but it'll be interesting when these characters drop. I'll make a video probably on each and every character, and I'll try to explain the buffs and see how they fit and how functional they can be. Especially for free-to-play players, there's a good chance you guys have one of these characters, if not most of these characters. They're all on the standard banner. They've been on the standard banner, most of them at least. I think this guy just got added, maybe this panda, but most free-to-play players, if you've been playing for a while, you should have at least one or two of these characters. So yeah, very, very good stuff. It also comes with this Curse Sweep battle, which is kind of the currency for that skill tree that I had shown you guys. Jesus Christ, they really have to go maxed out on the cubes. That's I mean, I guess that's a choice, but yeah, they have one for each typing. It kind of makes sense when you look at these. They all have different colors, and I think that's vindictive of their typings that you need to be clearing to max those out. Like green is for health. It looks like yellow is for physical. Then blue is cursed energy. I'm spitballing here. I could be entirely off the mark, but It could be entirely just based around these character colors. I'm not entirely sure. So we'll figure this out together when this arrives, and I'll make a full breakdown on it. I'm sure, if I was watching all the JP players do this when it came out, I would know all about it, but I don't. So we'll be figuring it out together, and I think that'll be fun, more fun that way, actually. Now, after this unlocks, we also got the Shibuya Incident Prelude on the main story, which you can expect some cubes coming from that. That'll be really good, and you also got a release gift of 3,000 cubes. Really hoping we get that on global side, but I wouldn't put it past them to not be doing that. We also get a map event. Map events are very good. Everyone should be doing the map events. If you're not doing the map events, you're a bum. Especially, holy shit, they did not need to juice up Yaga that much. Oh my god. But damn it. Yeah, everyone should be doing the map events. There's just no reason not to. You also get this new Miwa. Ooh, shit, I just heard some lightning. I believe this one, yeah, she has the simple domain, and she has a counter state, and she's a good unit. Activates on counter state, activate simple domain. Should you be summoning for her? Absolutely not. There's no reason to be summoning on her. She'll go to standard. Let the standard banner characters come to you. Those tower stages are not going anywhere. Story event, the false hero. Do the story event. I'm sure that'll give cubes. And you get the, what's this guy? This guy, I do know is very, very good. He is probably S tier in terms of damage, but he's with like the Jujutsu side of things. So very, very, very good unit. Very good DPS. Highly recommend, like out of all the characters we're going to talk about in between here now, it's this character and one other character that I'll bring up that might be worth, like, if you have the cubes, if you're a free-to-play player, I wouldn't recommend summoning on him. He's a standard banner unit, but if you're like maybe a mild spender, a multi or two wouldn't hurt. So, very, very good unit. They have an event marathon. Hopefully we get that. It's pretty sad, but you never know with the way JP is handled and global. The favoritism is unreal. Featured gacha. Now, I would absolutely say don't summon on this. But that being said, these two units could be very good options alongside the Hollow Purple Gojo and the Shoko. So, I mean, if you happen to, just throw a multi on there and you get one of these characters, you're very lucky. But otherwise, they are standard banner characters. I would say skip. Let them come to you. They're not going anywhere. All right? They will be going to the standard banner alongside this anniversary, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, both of them do. So honestly, yeah, I'm going to have to say skip. There's no reason for sorry, I was clicking the wrong tabs. There's no reason for you to be on any sort of like summoning session with these guys. There's just no reason. You get a map event. Map events, again, very good alongside this Toge. I think he's actually a pretty good one, a pretty good Shibuya incident unit. We'll open those up and take a look. It's got a don't move, which is very good. Stuns an enemy, 95% chance. At max level 10, it's 150% chance. Rot, which is a Jujutsu damage to all enemies. Not bad, not bad. Curse Speech. Not bad. Not a bad unit, I don't think. Definitely, surprise, surprise, you should be skipping him. Another story event. Now, this Shoko is the other character I would say would not be a bad idea to maybe throw a multi on to see. She seems like she's a very good supporter. She recovers the selected allies' HP by 60% and decreases the value of 2 of the selected allies' eligible debuffs. So, that's very good. That's only 10 cursed energy. And she has increases select enemies' damage received by 15% and increases all allies' Taijutsu, which is just physical stat, and Jujutsu by 60%. Free yellow allies. I can take them apart as I please. And she also has this 1,000% melee taijutsu to select an enemy. Increases all allies damage dealt by 45%. Increases all allies ultimate gauge charging rate by 30%. And she's got a holding operation auto skill. If an ally's HP is 40% below at the start of the turn, besides herself, recovers all allies' HP by 30%. That's awesome. That is really, really good. And deals damage when used on Cursed Spirit. Decreases the value of one of all allies' eligible debuffs by 30%. Up to 3 times during battle. Yeah, she's a very good, very, very good support unit. As far as units go, that's in between then and now. I might throw a multi on there myself just to see if I get lucky. Otherwise, skip it. Now, this one. Feature Gotcha. Guess what? These 2 characters are coming out, and they're going to be updated on the standard pool. There's Yaga, there's Gojo. Don't summon. They let them come to you once again. There's no reason you should be summoning on this when they're going to be coming out on the standard pool. What is that, like 2 months later? Is that right? 3 months later? Yeah. Don't do it. Don't be a bum. Don't be an idiot. This Maki. Oh, okay. So, all right. So another map event, another featured gotcha with this new Maki. New feature material conversion. So like those that new event that you're going to be able to do the hidden inventory, or not hidden inventory, hidden potential stuff. You're able to convert them over, I guess, something like that. And the biggest feature, in my opinion, is the auto play on domain investigation. That is going to be so nice and so helpful. Another little helpful piece of information is you get a little battle report. And I believe you can do this after a battle. You see which characters is doing the most damage, who's providing support, who's doing heals, or whatever, what have you. Very, very nice, very, very useful little tool here, and I can't wait for that to come to global. Gonna be very good for checking on units and doing showcases on units, seeing exactly what they are putting out. Yeah, this is this Maki. Now, I don't know too much about her. Melee Taijutsu, increases own ultimate gauge, flying kunai. Increases own, increases the damage reduction and invasion chance from heavily. Huh, okay. Alright. So she doesn't seem bad. She seems actually pretty useful. She gets a Heavenly Restriction auto ability, which increases her Taijutsu stat based on the fewer enemies that are in the wave, the greater the boost. So if there's 1 enemy, she gets 30%. All the way to 4 enemies, she only gets 10. And she recovers HP and reduces damage received, and she has a chance of evading some attacks. So she's a little good. She's pretty good. She's got like a little bit of a rounded kit, it seems. I wouldn't say she's the best unit and absolutely not a must summon. Let her come to you. Shibuya Incident, new chapter celebration, main story, Shibuya Gate. And that'll be really good for some more cubes. As well as this, you get a 100 free ticket pool. That's awesome. So we can expect that. What is that? March? All right. So, yeah, we don't get these. I don't know why we don't get these. It's so bizarre to me. I don't understand it. Shibuya Incident, new celebration. All right, now this Mei, she is actually. Oh yeah. Before I get into Mei, they did the next SP buffs, the second set of SP buffs. They didn't do a whole lot, but all these characters went way up in terms of their value. Jogo was like a meh kind of whatever character before. He now has damage output on par with Sukuna. It's absolutely absurd. Very, very good buffs all around for everyone. This girl, Nobara, Red Nobara, with the inventory, the domain expansion Red Gojo. Very good setup, very good team. Can't go wrong. I'm pretty sure she's very good. I haven't looked too deep into her, but pretty much you can't go wrong. These SP buffs are doing numbers. They are doing some miracle work with these characters. Now we get into the Mei. Now, she's a very good like single target DPS. She has 1 AoE. Yeah, she does 195. Crit damage large. She has increases damage dealt. Increase the enemy damage received by 10%. So that's really nice. She has an AoE for 20 cursed energy, 600% melee taijutsu to all the enemies, 2 hits. Then she's got her bird strike, 40%, 400% melee taijutsu, and 1,400 melee jutsu damage to the selected enemy. So that's really, really good. Very good. And she's also got a, if opponent HP is 70% or lower at the start of turn only once, she recovers own cursed energy by 10 for 4 turns and increases taijutsu and jujutsu stat by 50%. So yeah, she's a very, very good unit. This is where I'm starting to say, like, okay, there's a little bit of like a change in power coming on. Like some of these units are starting to get a little bit more, a little bit better. I wouldn't say she's like full on power creep, not at all. She's still a skip, but like you're starting to see more well-rounded kits, especially like it seems like this Maki, she's got a little bit of everything going on. But now we're going to April. 500 days celebration login bonus. I wonder if we're going to get stuff like that. Probably not. They have a paid gacha, whatever. Mahito comes back. All right, Sorcerer Killer and this Mai return. So very good units. I think Toji is alone by himself a phenomenal unit. I don't know too much about that Mai. I don't have her, but suffice to say, you should already know my answer to this. Skip. Let them come to you. Main story, Shibuya Incident, Seance, this, where they fight that, I think this is the Ino, is that right? The Shiesty Sorcerer? Yeah, Ino. So, Grand Exorcism Battle. Pick up, this is a really good one. I'd say these guys, I don't think either of them are on Standard Banner yet on Global, so I guess all these characters are not, but that Megami, very good for sweep. And that Nobara, I think, is my current favorite Nobara of the 3 that are out. So, yeah, not a bad one. But guess what? Skip. You don't need it. Now, this Ino is very interesting. I believe he's got a double attack mechanic. Yeah, he's got, okay. Inflict Spirit Turtle state to self. And I believe that Spirit Turtle, in Spirit Turtle state, inflict additional action. And if receiving an enemy's attack, recovers own cursed energy by 5. That's not bad. I'm gonna become grade 1 sorcerer. Before using any skill, increases his own jujutsu stat by 10% and recovers own cursed energy by 10. So already he's kind of got like a cool setup where he's got an additional action coming into play. So got to keep in mind they're putting out these units with a bit more well-rounded kits. The idea that he's got a Spirit Turtle state, he's able to evade enemy's attack, decrease his own damage dealt, decrease his own ultimate charge skill rate by 20%, and using the same effect again will inflict, reduces cursed energy cost, and increase his own damage dealt by 30% for 4 turns, cannot be stacked. He's doing it on his ultimate. He does his Auspicious Beast Summon. He does increases his own jujutsu stat by 50%, deals 900% jujutsu damage to a select enemy. So, like, these characters are getting a bit more, when you compare it to, like, a Green Yuji, like the first one, like, before he got his SP buffs, and, like, this character, it's very night and day. These characters are getting a bit more unique, a bit more fleshed out around this time, in my opinion. And I still think he's a skip. When you just know what's around the corner, it should be brain dead obvious. There's this blue pickup. Yeah, it's blue Inamaki. Skip. This guy, and it's not bad. Skip. Map Exorcism Battle. Formidable Battle for the 5 trillionth time. Skip, 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 skip. Until the 1.5 anniversary. This is where I would say everything kind of comes full circle. You've been skipping so many content. You've got, at this point, if you've been saving your cubes, if you've been doing the missions as they've been coming out, they've gotten into the Shibuya Incident like 3 times. They've had 10 map events, it feels like, 5, 6 story events. You should have a good amount of cubes saved up. And even if you don't do the map or the story events, like the Shibuya events as they're coming out, they have the main story 0 AP cost, so you could realistically, if you really want to save, don't even do those missions, don't even do the main story. And just let it sit there until, finally this comes out with the 0 AP costs like they did. They did that already on Global, and that was really nice. A lot of players got to catch up on the story because of that. Burn through it and use all your stamina on, they got scene replay. Use all your stamina on the, gacha events and stuff, story events. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming out if they have map events. I mean, it's going to be very good. New code for an SSR guaranteed. New pass, event marathon, free 3,000 cubes. I mean, they bring back Zoni Itadori, which is a crazy, crazy choice. I might actually summon on that. And more reason for me to save. They update the levels on the corpse walk from 8 to 10, so you get even more stuff out of those guys. These come back, the free AP recovery 3 times per day. They get a free 10 multi. And guess what? All those characters I said, hey, maybe you should be skipping on. Hey, look where they're at right here. Look, there's Yaga, there's Nanami, there's these characters, all of these characters that, you would be wanting to summon on in between then and now. Guess what? You get 10 free multis, and they're all on it. If you're summoning on any of those banners in between then and now, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You should also be saving your actual tickets, your standard banner tickets for this anyways. Yes, I understand. When they add these characters, they're going to have a low percentage. But you mean to tell me that you're spending it right now anyways? You have the exact same chance. You might as well just wait to save those standard banner tickets and wait until there's even better characters. At least whenever it drops. You should use your standard banner tickets to use them only whenever a banner updates. See if you want to get some characters. If you already have a lot of the characters you want, like I have this Gojo, I have this Toji, I have Gakuganji. I don't have any, or I have this Maki. I don't have any of these characters kind of in a cross. Like, that's all I would care about is maybe getting this Rindo or this Gakuganji. Gato would be good for the new character, but like, do I really care about either of these two? No. I'm sure they're good, but let them come to you. I mean, guess what? When I'm summoning on this Gojo, or this Shoko, those characters are also going to be on him, on those banners. There's no reason for you to summon on Inumaki. There's no reason to summon on Kaido. There's no reason to summon on this banner with these two, or this banner. I mean, I get it, new unit, that sounds nice, but there's no reason to be summoning on these repeat banners at all. Zero reason. So that's pretty much my thoughts on everything. Quick summary of this video is just save your... once Sukuna comes out, there is no reason for you to be burning through your cubes. There's no reason for you to be using them all like an idiot. You should just save after you get Sukuna. If you don't get Sukuna, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. If you're smart about things, you would get 45,000 cubes and then 100 pity points once they revealed this guy, just to guarantee yourself him, just like I did. But if you didn't do that, don't worry about it. There's always the Gojo that's coming out. So even if you don't have a lot of cubes, you don't pull this guy, save for that Gojo. If you have like 3,000 cubes and you're like, I really don't like my odds, I'm just going to start saving towards Gojo. That's not a bad idea, really. If it were me, I'm going to throw it on him anyways, but you know what I mean? He's a good unit, great unit. There's a reason why he's waited until the anniversary to drop him, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. You guys have a great rest of your night, day, whatever, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.